Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so this is going to be a Divine Feminine check-in. And let's dive in and see what the Divine would like the Feminines to know about union today. What is it that we can see that will bring some light to what the Feminines need to know about union? What is it that we can see? Ooh. Oh, yeah. We're getting a ton of cards here. Two of Cups. Focus on the love is the first message. Okay, and then, wow, yeah, we've got this card of anxiety. Walking away from things that don't produce progress and being in our bubble, just being brave, letting go and letting God, that kind of an energy. There is a need for feminines to release. I've tried this reading actually a number of times today, and a similar message has been coming out that very much, I love the way that this has come out though. It's actually been frustrating to me as a reader because I'm feeling a huge split in those who are engaging in, let's say, false twin dynamics, and those who are truly on a twin flame divine love journey. And so it's a little bit challenging to know that there are going to be people out there, and if you think you might be one of them that's not in a twin flame journey, reach out for a session. I can definitely help you determine that. But it is tender for me because love is not possessive, it is not obsessive. Those are the reality checks that whether you're on a twin flame journey or not, there is a spiritual, let me clarify that. If you're watching this video, you are on a twin flame journey. You are still on a spiritual love becoming journey, even if you haven't found your actual divine counterpart. That's the distinction I want to make here, because everybody who resonates with spiritual love, the real deal, wanting to be loved completely, authentically at this level, you are on a spiritual journey. Whether you have found a twin flame journey or you find yourself in something that's maybe even abusive, unfortunately for some, narcissistic, entangled, or healthy divine love, whatever the case may be, letting go, focusing on the love and letting go is the advice. All things work themselves out, and that is the healthiest approach. So what I'm seeing here is anywhere there hasn't been progress, walking away and allowing that healthy boundary to get you on with your life. If your twin is not ready, or if you're in an imbalanced relationship, it doesn't matter. You must walk away and focus on self and pull your energy back from so much intention towards your twin, what they're doing, if they are doing things that will benefit the connection or not. And you know, so many masculine readings put the focus on the divine masculine, and we all love to see what's going on, but obsessive watching those videos doesn't really do anything. You are ultimately meant to be understanding that you've experienced what has triggered you into feeling a great deal of love, and that is to make you feel worthy so you can get on with your life and do the things you came here to do without fear, without holding back, and to show the world the real you. We also have this card of anxiety, sleepless nights, bravery. So feminines, it is time to really be masterful with your energy. Bring it back in. If you're in anxiety, if you're longing, reaching, hoping for your connection to come in sooner, for someone to return, this is your moment to gather yourself and bring yourself into wholeness. When we're at that sort of tender place, this has varying degrees of showing up. It can be complete rock bottom, or it can just be those little flickers of pangs where you just instantly think of your twin and you're longing for a moment. Depending on where you're at in this, bring it back into your bubble. Feminines, bring it back into composure. Do yoga. Do something that's going to bring you back into your body, into the present, and unhook from the twin. If this is your divine counterpart, it's protected under heaven. You don't have to do anything else other than prepare. I do want to caution too, yesterday's reading was a very intense reading of the masculines coming back, but I don't want people sitting around and looking at the front door thinking they're going to show up at any moment. That's not what that reading was about. It is about preparing yourself. Time is non-linear. Time is an interesting thing, and if we put a expectation that our twin is going to come rushing back and surprise us, we put our life on hold. So be really mindful of where you are, drawing that line between being open to your twin coming back, knowing that you're doing the work and getting there, but don't wait. Don't hang on to that. Just do you. Because when you don't just do you, as tough as it can be at some parts of the journey, you'll go into anxiety. Don't have unrealistic expectations. And unconditional love means completely letting go of your twin so that they can do them and learn the karma. I don't know who needed to hear all of that, but that is the message that came out maybe 4 times trying to start this reading. And yeah, it's a sensitive subject because not everybody is going to be having an interaction with someone who is a divine partner. There are a lot of narcissistic templates that mimic the twin flame dynamic of separation and rejection, abandonment, and that is not a fun can of worms, and that does not mean you are on a twin flame journey. Twin flames are only confirmed because the divine has shown us who our twin is. We've seen confirmation, and so this does not mean boyfriend, girlfriend. This does not mean someone you're obsessed about. Twin flame is really a divine love template. Okay, we are getting the sacred vision, the Miriam card. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember, love has no boundaries. So that's important to know. If somebody, twin or not, has inspired you to tap into love, love knows no boundaries. When you love somebody, it's really a testament of your own capacity to love. That is the deepest lesson here. If you're not getting reciprocated mutual love, it's time to let go, time to unhook. It's time to be curious about why that love showed up, but it's not time to fixate or obsess or try to possess the person or try to manifest them to come back in a way that goes against logic. The twin flame journey can feel illogical, but it also needs to be grounded and practical. It's about bringing mind, body, and spirit into alignment, and that means being aware, being present, being practical, not being foolish, being mature, grounding a balance. It is a fine-tuned journey of mastery, and it's not easy to describe the upper atmosphere of where a twin flame dynamic can sharpen us and bring us into acute awareness of autonomy and unconditional love. But regardless of if you're on a twin flame journey or not, you've been sparked to the awareness that you can profoundly love. And so love has no boundaries. It's actually our natural state. But I caution, and for some reason I don't usually go so heavy-hitting with this, that if you're in a dynamic that you are not getting reciprocation, either you're not putting out the right energy and you haven't come into wholeness, or you're in a dynamic where the person that you're connecting with is not capable of that. And so unconditional love can permeate a twin journey or a non-twin journey, but we're all becoming, we're all learning, and it's all because of love. If you are here, it is because you are a fiercely, deeply, profoundly loving person, and you've found yourself in some sort of connection that has shown you that on a deeper level. So I'm going to focus back in on twins, because I know so many of you have had beautiful confirming signs that you're on a twin flame journey. And for you that you know you're on a twin flame journey, this is a healthy reminder that you can go into disintegration if you are expecting something with pain. If you truly have excited anticipation and you are energized, be very honest with yourself about that and keep your vibe high. But if it's manic, if you're spiraling out, if you're holding that for too long, don't hurt yourself. Don't flog yourself. Come back into balance. And forgive. Forgive all things. Manage your own energy. Wow, I did not expect to go off for 11 minutes on that, but I guess we needed to hear it. So let's see what the feminines are dealing with on the emotional, mental, and physical level. At the end of this, I'm actually going to do the what are the feminines thinking, feeling, wishing about the connection, but let's just do a card for emotional level. Where are the feminines at regarding emotional processing? The Knight of Cups just landed on my candle. I thought it was going to start on fire. I've got a lavender candle going. It didn't snuff it out. Wow, the light will not be dimmed. So emotionally, feminines are wanting to offer and receive gestures of love. Let's go right into some energetics with the Starseed cards and see emotionally, what is this telling us? Oh, etheric reflector. We're getting a lot of mirroring images today. And etheric reflector, so sacred vision, sacred mirroring, and spiritualization of matter and reflected light. What you put out there is what you get back. If you are not getting it back with a certain individual, I have to say right now, for some watching this, that is going to indicate it's a karmic situation. If you're not getting reciprocated energy, even friendly, from someone, please do detach. This is also saying, if you don't have the commitment that you want with your twin, if you do not have the reciprocated, and you know it's your twin isn't treating you rudely, isn't being in narcissistic energy, isn't doing that, because I honestly don't think that is twin flame caliber conduct. But if you know this is your twin and you're getting some things, but you're not getting commitment, you're not getting that full-on reciprocated energy, count your blessings, appreciate the exchange that you do have, because that's the only way that it can grow. Whatever you focus on, whatever you affirm, whatever you allow, that is going to be what you bring more of into your life. And so even if it's not at a king and queen level, if you're getting messages, if there's kindness, if you are rooting for each other, if you are in that kind of connectivity, sink deeply into friend energy. That is not friend zoning energy. That is appreciation on the deepest level. And so for many feminines, that is more than good enough, that you have found someone that sees you, that you see that way, that you see the light in, that you see yourself reflected in. Everybody, sink into the love, sink into that mirror. We are getting that message a couple of times today, where it is about a deep gratitude. I'm even feeling to challenge feminines today to write a gratitude list and put down on paper all of the wins this way with your masculine, or at least just take mental note to self. What is it that you see evident in your connection? What can the divine show you to have such deep celebration on the heart chakra level, the high heart level, that you share with this person, that you are aware of with this person? That is the way to cultivate the safety, the forgiveness, the love, the connection, the loyalty, the appreciation of your person. It is about that namaste energy, and how rare and how beautiful it is to meet someone that meets you there. Oh, yeah, feminines. That's what it's all about. That point of connection is what it's all about. Not about the commitment. It is not about, well, the one thing that it's about more than that is your connection with Source, which brings you into the type of presence where you can just be in that connectivity with someone else for a moment or for a lifetime. You're being asked to bring it back to that 0 point. Okay, number 42, the meaning of life. Okay, so on the mental conscious mind, what is it that the feminines can most see? We're getting one card. It is the Knight of Wands. Wow, 2 knights. Both knights in shining armor. This is in the reverse. So this is my Garden of Eden temptation card. One night stand, hot and cold, ghosting. In the reverse, I like to say this is a card of maturing, taking it past the lust and deepening into that, well, the Knight of Wands turns into the shaman, the King of Wands, the divine masculine. So I'm being told right now to tell a lot of feminines, if you have had a disconnect from the lustful energies, the very sexual, the passionate. Okay, so for some, I'm feeling 3 groups of feminines watching this. For some, your connection with your twin has just newly blown apart and you're feeling like you've been rejected. Maybe they've gone away, they've said they can't do a sexual connection, or it's felt like it's been primarily just about the sex and there hasn't been a deepening. We have to disconnect when that happens to integrate and to choose through free will, preference, what we want to happen. In the reverse, this means that the energy has the opportunity now to deepen, to integrate, and to be validated as a desire for more. Okay, for some, this is an energy of desiring to come into true empowerment. There's a message here of remembering that it is not about the physical. Again, this message of when you see something in someone that you value so highly, it's showing you about your own empowerment. It's showing you who you really are, what your preferences are. It is that mirror for you. So consciously look at what your twin has inspired. What is it in them that you are inspired to embody? Because they are you in another form, so to speak. What is it that they exemplify that you could incorporate more into your life? Let's see what the Starseed card is to go with this. We are getting Chamber of Regeneration, creation, multiplication, and growth. Yeah, just confirming that if you found yourself in a disconnect, feminines, that it is a time for regeneration and growth. Twin flame dynamics cannot come in and be stable for the long term in the physical until the levels of growth have been catalyzed. Some call it triggering, I call it catalyzing. As catalysts, we come in, we meet, and we go apart to integrate. So please take advantage of this time and trust that you are deepening as a person. You are being brought into a more grounded, embodied way of looking at your connection, and what you put out there you do get in return, or you're a match for. So if it's not your true twin, you will be able to see what the energies are when you come back together, if you come back together. But don't hold yourself back. Grow to a place of self-love that your worthiness is truly not an indication of, your twin's acceptance of you, your person's desire, apparent desire for you in any given moment is not an indication of your worthiness. Come into alignment with yourself so that you do not feel like your worthiness is in the hands of whether your twin accepts you or not. That's going to trigger a lot of people that are not on a twin flame journey. And it's going to push those who are into excellence, I'm hearing. Card on the floor. So this is the physical realm stuff now. Oh wow, yeah, we got the Empress. So I love this for the Divine Feminines because it's in the reverse. And then we have Twin Flames, Two of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. So what I'm hearing here is, Empress, you are only accountable for your half of the journey, for your wand of the two. Here's your masculine choosing. So for many, masculines are choosing to bridge the gap, but the Empress came out in the reverse here. So if you're watching this, there is some new beginning coming for you. There is a new level of embodiment available to you. So even if you feel like you've done the work, the cards here are saying that there is still distance between, there is still empowerment to be achieved, there is still wholeness to access in our own rights so that we're bomb-proof. There are so many worldly paradigms that we buy into without even realizing how deeply they've affected us. And I want to say again, for true twins, this is a journey of rewriting the karma on the planet and seeing the codependency, the lower vibrational bindings and ties. We are not brought into twin flame union if we still have lower vibrational things to work out. We do end up bringing in karmic partners, karmic situations, in order for that kind of a learning and to have our eyes open to it. There can be much love in those situations as well. In fact, I would venture a guess that there is always love. Love is omnipotent, omnipresent. But it doesn't mean that things are meant to always go forward. So feminines, you're really at a choice point. With that Empress in the reverse, you are really at a level of coming in. We saw the Emperor yesterday in the masculine reading, and this is you coming into your Divine Empress energy. I'm hearing this is a really heavy-hitting message because you have to be willing to go it alone. You have to be willing to be completely whole and not need your masculine. Yes, we long for that one person that gets us in that way. But if you are not completely energized in your own right, if you are not completely excited about your own life, if you're preoccupied in any way that your masculine isn't there with you, this message is saying activate in the physical, stay open to your masculine, but focus on you. What is the spirit guidance for that? Guyanine and cystocene, commitment, connection, flexibility, and resolution. Stay open to connection. Don't prioritize commitment ahead of when it is due. Be flexible and trust that there will be a resolution. Focus on you, stay open. That is the message. I'm hearing there will be pleasant surprises. There will be breakthroughs. But for right now, the Holy Spirit, divine guidance is saying, feminines, you've got work to do. Whether that's still continuing to come into your most alive expression, and or it goes hand in hand with the divine using you as an instrument of love on the planet in your own right. So come more fully into that. Focus on that right now, because the twins have such a love quotient within that we are powerfully used in the world. So come into that, desire that. If you find yourself in separation in some way, it's time to be stepping into your fullest embodiment of being a channel of that divine love into the world. If you find yourself depleted in any way so that you're not able to do that, that is a huge indicator of the changes that you may need to make on an emotional, mental, spiritual, or physical level. If something is affecting your bubble, causing you anxiety regarding any aspect of your life, whether you think that is related to your twin flame journey or not, this message is saying it is. Okay, so this Two of Wands, masculine here in the reverse. What are we seeing? That means a choice has been made. So I'm hearing again, the masculines are coming. Focus on you, feminine. Seal of indivisible vision, psychic vision, hidden meaning, and dream reading. So yeah, the masculines are getting the signs and synchronicities right now. I'm really feeling again, feminines, focus on you, leave your connection, leave your twin and the divine in their court to really have this work happen within the masculines right now. The masculines are choosing because the divine is showing them the signs, the synchronicities, the dreams, the hidden meanings in so much. For many, they're just understanding that you actually love them, that it's not in their minds. They're seeing the confirmation from the divine. And even though for so many feminines we've been seeing the signs, the synchronicities for sometimes years, this is showing that the masculines are finally getting to that place where they have the confirmation that way in their own right. So yeah, powerful message that everybody has to come to these things on their own in God's timing, and that is what I'm seeing for the masculines here. So for many, as you fine-tune your energy, feminines, and step into, I'm hearing bliss, joy on your daily path. That's the frequency of readiness and alignment that is magnetizing your masculine in. That does not mean that you have to be happy-go-lucky and fake. This is finding your path in your own right. You cannot go wrong with that. And I'm also hearing right now, for many, the masculines will come in before you're at that place completely. For some, the missions will be joint and will blow it out of the water when masculines and feminines come in together. But for now, the major message is feminines, focus on yourself. That will bring you into alignment with the divine so that you can get the complete understanding of whether you're on a twin flame journey or not in your own right, through your own confirmation. Just because your masculine's not showing up does not mean it's not your twin. Just because you're in separation does not mean it's your twin. So really big message on discernment today for feminines. Okay, this is going to be a long, deep dive into the feminine. So if you're a masculine cross watcher, oh, that's such an honor that you're here. But let's see, what are the feminines thinking about the connection? What are the feminines feeling on the heart space at this time about their twin flame? What are they wishing for? What actions are the feminines taking that is most conducive to union? What is the biggest challenge for the feminines at this time? What is the spirit guidance for that challenge? And where is the connection going in the near future? Okay, what are they thinking? Justice. They want justice. They want equal give and take. This is the as above, so below. This, in many decks, this Six of Coins has a justice scale as well. So alignment, feminines, you just want the real thing. You just want reciprocity. You are getting so ready for reciprocity. And this is a confirmation that that's what you're willing to settle for. That's the only thing that will do. Your standards have risen and you are being masterfully and accurately brought into being able to appreciate that true connectivity, true mirroring, what love actually looks like as it's reciprocated. This is stunning energy. I hope you've stuck with me through this reading, feminines, because this is a confirmation that you have really worked the puzzle and you have become very grounded, very practical in what you know you deserve and what you want, what you are open to, and what that looks like for you. It's such a gorgeous energy. Yeah. Nothing's gonna rock your boat, feminine. Okay. Oh, wow. On the heart space, we get Temperance with the Seven of Swords. Interesting combination. So this inner balance is the secret motivation behind everything. So for masculines watching, your feminine really doesn't want anything that's going to cause upheaval in her life anymore, ever again. But she definitely knows that what is meant will come around. She wants you. She wants this connection. She's been doing everything she can to come into this pristine level of balance. The angels have been helping. This has been a divinely guided process. She's secretly hoping that that's going to bring you in. She's secretly hoping that that is the path forward. She's secretly hoping that this is what it's all about and the way of it. I'm hearing the divine saying to feminines and masculines, that is true. That is what this is about. That inner temperance is the spiritual mastery. It is the union within. But masculines, don't underestimate how much the divine has used you as an inspiration for the feminines to really master any volatile energy, any emotionality, any lack of composure. The feminines have utilized this connection wholeheartedly to become better people, to become masters. What are the feminines wishing? They are wishing for love messages and communication in the physical with all of their heart. Feminines, you are so ready for that offer, for that gesture from your masculine. You are in receptive energy. For some, you may be inspired to reach out. This brings up another interesting thing. If you are being divinely guided to reach out, do so. There is nothing saying that a feminine cannot reach out to the masculine. In fact, so many of the divine feminine nudges I've been getting with the high priestess energy is to encourage feminines to put down the resistance, to put down the fear of reaching out. It's only when there's an overreaching, emotional intensity, chasing energy that it's not appropriate. When it's appropriate, it is heartfelt, it's friendly, it's genuine, it's balanced, it's not coming from a place of expectation or attachment. It's truly just genuine. So feminines, if you are hoping that your masculine's going to reach out and hanging back, not reaching out yourself, but spirit guidance keeps urging you to reach out, reach out. This is not a game to be played with strategy in so much that you have to watch your back. If you're being guided to reach out, do it. Trust yourself. If you're desiring your masculine to reach out to you, check yourself to see if that is because you're feeling unlovable, unworthy, or wanting him to prove. It's not up to him to prove his love to you. It is up to you to know that, because your connection with Source is so established that you understand what love is when you see it. Ooh, that was a little bit of a big message. I love it though. So feminines, put down the conditions of who should reach out. Put down the conditions of all of that strategy. If your masculine owes you an apology or you feel like they owe you something, really please, 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 please look at whether or not that is a healthy indicator of a divine relationship, or if that person has been reckless and not divine and possibly karmic. This is a tender reading today because I do feel a lot of intense emotions from those viewers that are in non-twin flame connections. I want to say divine masculines do not conduct themselves in ways that are barbaric and hurtful, abusive, narcissistic. They do not retaliate. They do not go off with karmic partners. They do not, this is really hard for me to say because I know I'm going to maybe trigger some, but they don't cheat. They don't go off and do those things. They do not disrespect. They do not lie to their feminines. If that's happening, you have to disconnect. True divine level relationship, at least when it's ready to come in and be harmonious, does not have that lower vibrational stuff in it. These messages are for divine feminines in the highest that have done the work, that are ready, that are focusing on service, that have come into balance, that know what is justified. For those of you that resonates with, that you have a deep, mature, mutual understanding that despite circumstances in the 3D, the love is profoundly there, that you honor each other, you respect each other, you are patient with the connection. There are karmic situations in twin flame dynamics, but they are not directed in rudeness at the twin or even in the karmic situation. So for those twins who actually have third party situations, I am not talking about recklessness and sleazy energy where masculines are running amok. I'm talking about genuine, high level soulmate connections, heartfelt connections, children, karmic partners that are genuinely teaching each other amazing high-level lessons of love, and yet on the deepest levels there isn't the compatibility that the twins share, because there is no connection like that. But until twins come into each other's lives, until twins are evolved enough to really appreciate the connection, we are gifted beautiful karmic situations that can include jobs, family dynamics, but I'm specifically feeling karmic partnerships, and to differentiate between the ignorance of irresponsible conduct where affairs and cheating and really rude behavior should not be misconstrued for genuine, really good people learning valid things with other people who are high-level soulmates. Evolution is a journey, and I want to say that there are a lot of fine-tuning energies in today's reading that will kick some in the butt and point you feminines back into what is holy, righteous, and true. Do not put up with bad behavior. That is not divine conduct. Whenever I talk about karmic situations, I truly appeal to your deepest knowing that being treated poorly is karmic, and that divine counterparts that are in other relationships with high-level soulmates and beautiful lessons to be learned, they're conducting themselves in honorable ways in those situations. In my understanding of twin flame, twin flames are not in relationships with karmic partners that are not giving it their best shot, trying to make it work, looking at the intricacies of compatibility through that lens, trying to figure out if you can manufacture a connection with someone, or if true connection is something divinely guided. That's a huge teeter-totter crux energy there, and most twins who are in karmic situations, that seems to be last lesson before confirming that we cannot make a karmic situation into the type of a connection that a divinely appointed counterpart naturally is for us. And so really take that to heart, feminines, and let that be a support to you whether or not your person that you're watching this for is cut from that cloth, is of the caliber to be warranting the twin flame name. If you know for a fact this is your twin, there's no reason you can't reach out in balanced energy, in friendly energy, in loving energy, no matter what's going on in their life. Oh wow, this is a deep reading, feminines. What are the feminines doing in their lives? High Priestess, wow, justice, temperance. High Priestess, non-action, autonomy, justice, mercy, clarity. Wow, and the card of karmic cleanup. Feminines are holding their own. I really truly feel once and for all, feminines, even if you're not with your divine counterpart, even if you are not watching this for someone who is your twin, you are so masterful. If you are watching this to this point, feminine, it doesn't matter whether the person you started watching this video is your twin or not, you're winning. You are winning so deeply, and you are understanding energy. You are understanding how to be whole. You are understanding that your worth is not dependent on someone else, and that you are only open to something that is justified, balanced, and true. Keep sitting in that. Keep being in that rolling perpetual forgiveness, feminines, because that allows you to not hook into any dynamic that falls short, and to only celebrate the things that are of this frequency. You know you don't need to take action. You don't need to chase. You do not need to strain yourself towards forcing things anymore. Be still and know that you deserve love, and that the divine is counseling your true twin counterpart into that same level of excellence, so that when you come together, there will be no doubts, there will be no misconduct, there will be no uncertainty. You will both be ready. Sit in that energy, be still, and know that that is the level of divine connection that you have refined yourself to be ready for. It will be self-evident. When people are truly emotionally available, spiritually ready, physically able, they are sure they come from a totally different place. You don't have to guess. You don't have to wonder. So sit in that, continue to sit in that frequency, feminines, because that is the place of practical spirituality. That brings in the knowing of it when you see it. And until then, you're all good on your own, right? What is the biggest challenge? Changes in the physical regarding heartache. Yeah, the biggest challenge is mastery. The biggest challenge is balancing out the practical reality that if you're having heartache, you're not in your wholeness. If you're having heartache, you're not being either met with somebody who's treating you the way you deserve to be treated, queen, or you're throwing your own emotional balance out. No more. This is really truly coming into walking the walk, talking the talk, being in that wholeness, letting go, specifically of the heartache of third-party situations. So if you have been treated poorly, walk the other way, feminines. Do you come back into your healing? If you have unfairly been upset at your masculine and caused yourself heartache because he is in another situation that he truly feels he needs to be his best at because he is of that impeccability, see him as an honorable man and love him. and trust that he will work out his own truth regarding that situation. And nothing compares to your connection. Having said that, a twin connection doesn't have to come in or in this life or any life, because the love is there and it's evident and it changes you both for the better regardless. But I believe twins will come into union and that karmic situations will work themselves out. Only love is eternal, and with true twin dynamics, that is the last frequency standing after the karma has been reconciled. And yeah, it might take a long time because the planet is so dense. It is a sincere work, and it takes as long as it takes. What is the spirit guidance? Wow, here's the feminine version of the twin masculine Two of Wands that came out earlier. I'm just finding it there. Both in the reverse. You've both chosen each other. Choose love over fear. Spirit guidance is, no matter what you are observing in your twin dynamic, choose love over fear. If you don't know what the loving interpretation of anything that confuses you is, feminine, ask the divine to show you, to open your eyes, to see the truth, to appreciate the love wherever, whenever, however it has been reflected and shown to you. Those are the spiritual gems that indicate the authenticity of the twin journey and of divine love. Become even more spiritually grounded and practical with seeing the love in all things. If what you see as love indicates the person that you are with is not a twin, love yourself unconditionally for how much heart you have seen in yourself, how much you have been shown by the divine. If this is your twin and you can't be together yet, see the love in the reasons why and soften into completely being in an awestruck, blissed out, amazed gratitude to the divine that your twin is somebody who's got the fiery heart they have. Really take this deeper. Take it into a deep, deep serenity is what I'm hearing, feminines. Okay, where is the connection going? It's coming back around. The best is yet to come is what I'm hearing. This is the legacy of the long-term abundance. In this card, there's a masculine getting counseled by an elder. The children are taken care of. The children will be okay. They've got their pentacle. They're not going to lose out. The masculines are getting advice about the future generations, about the path this is going for the long term. Spiritual counsel. So if children are involved, masculines are seeking guidance from elders as to how to gain the insight needed to know the children will be okay and how to make provisions for that. There is loyalty here. If you are watching this, masculines, please just know that you are so beautiful. You are so beautiful. This is an indicator you are doing your best. And yes, seek that counsel. Understand that if you're happy, your children will be happy. This is also for the long-term benefit for those twins who have, in the cards, they will have a family together. Masculines want to set this up in the best possible way. And the Four of Cups indicates feminines. This is coming back around. This is the card of the one that got away, the unrequited love. The masculines are seeing the love. You are seeing the love. And just know that all things will be justified. They will be balanced out. This is not a trick. This love is not a trick. Understanding the intricacies of a love like this is the karmic heavy lifting on the planet. It is not for the faint of heart. It is the process. Don't get deluded. Don't get caught up thinking that it's anything other. And stay the course, feminines. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna leave it there. I was thinking to pull another advice card, but that is that, and I love you so much. I hope you all have a beautiful day. I'll be back with the Max Skillin read later.